Howdy, Tony here. Hope you're doing great. Hey, in today's video, I'm going to talk about making $1 million profit, and I'm going to link that in with how what you don't know in business is actually costing you a massive amount of money and more importantly, time and freedom to enjoy your business. It's an important topic, so tune in. Like in our coaching program, I want to talk about what we do. We have an award system where we give out awards for profitability, and we have an award called Black Belt, which is like the Mac Daddy Award for profitability. And when you reach $1 million profit in your plumbing, your electrical, or your similar tradie business, you get a black belt, which is amazing. It's like $83,000 profit every month. And I know for some of you who are watching that you'd be happy just to do $83,000 a month in revenue, let alone profit. Black belt, super important. Actually, we have other awards. We go right up to, we have Dans as well. So if you're a first Dan black belt, that's 1.25 million. Second Dan is 1.5 million, and third Dan is a $2 million profit business, which is $167,000 in profit, per month, which is amazing, right? Super good. So actually, at our last client event, we awarded 2 black belts, so $2 million profit businesses, and one second Dan, which is a $1.5 million profit business, which was super exciting, a lot of fun for us, and big congrats to those guys. Why am I telling you this? Well, there is a reason, and the reason is this. If you're watching, most probably the thought of making $1 million profit in your business is like unbelievable. It's like pie in the sky, absolute, in la la land. It's just not going to happen. Maybe there's a couple of you who are watching who have done that already, and you'll know that it's not. But for most, it's a pipe dream. It's like, man, that could never happen. And today I want to just talk about, why it doesn't happen for most people, and what we need to do about it to give you the best chance of achieving that. Maybe it's not $1 million profit. Maybe it's just increasing your profit a lot, which would be a great result. Even if you increase it by a few $100,000, would be a great result. But here's the thing. Here's the key thing. The key message today. You can't outperform the level of your thinking. So if you only know how to run a business that makes $100,000 profit, then that's all you'll ever be able to do. Someone who makes $1 million profit in their business, or even 500,000, they know some stuff that people who don't make that much profit don't know. They've learned some stuff. And that's the important thing. That's the lesson. So it's all about expanding what you understand about business and how to actually run a business, and not necessarily how to get more jobs done. Because if you're watching, you're obviously a motivated person. You're a good tradesperson, and you know how to do the stuff out in the field. It's about the other stuff that happens in the office that actually makes a great business. So I want to dig into that a little bit today. Simply put, if you don't have $1 million mindset around business, you're not going to make $1 million bucks. Or whatever that level is. So I've got a quiz that I think will really help with this. If you want to do the quiz, it's a business assessment quiz. Just put quiz in the comments, or just fill it in on the page if you're watching this video later. And this quiz is going to help you figure out some areas of your business that you may not know need work. In other words, what you don't know, which is a bit of a problem. So just type that into the quiz into the comments, and we'll flick the link to do that. As I said, what you don't know, and that's a problem, because it's really holding you back. It's like you can't change stuff you have no idea about. That's the basic thing here. And there's some big frustrations that happen if you're really stuck, not knowing what you don't know. I think the first one is you end up working super hard, and this might be you. So you're on the tools out in the field. You're maybe doing long days. You're just trying to keep everything running. You work nights and weekends, and you just work harder to get everything done. And you may actually be operating under the kind of idea that if I work hard enough, things will come right. And my question for you is, how long have you worked super hard, but the results have been the same? And I know for most people, and this is probably you as well, if working harder was the answer, you would have probably solved the problem by now, and you would, be making a whole lot more profit. You'd be able to get away and have some holidays and really enjoy your business and grow it, and get the fruits of all the hard work that you deserve. So you tend to work harder. The next thing is you hit what I call the invisible ceiling. Your face is squished up against this kind of ceiling that you hit that you can't seem to get past. And what happens for a lot of business owners in the trades, whether you're plumbing, electrical, or painting, glazing, tiling, landscaping, whatever it is, it's pretty similar. Is you grow and you get to a certain level where it becomes difficult and chaotic, and there's so much going on, and you've got lots of team members, and it just gets too hard, and then maybe some team members leave, or you have some problems, and you have to sort of scale things back, and then you maybe lick your wounds, and then you have another go at it, and it just seems to bounce up and down, and you just get to a certain level which you can't seem to bust through. And might be different for you than someone else, but this is a real thing, and that's massively frustrating. Maybe you've tried to bust through it a few times, but you just haven't quite cracked it yet. And the next thing is you get disappointed. So this is important, and you feel like you've tried everything. You feel like you've worked hard. You feel like you've tried everything. You've tried everything but it hasn't got the results. And here's what happens. Rather than blaming other people, you start to blame yourself. You're like, well, actually, maybe I'm just not that smart, or maybe I just don't get this, or maybe I'm not good enough to do this. And that's really disappointing, and actually ultimately it's pretty toxic, because you start to doubt yourself and your confidence wears away. And when you're low on confidence, it's really hard to grow your business. You just feel like maybe you're a failure, maybe you just can't do this, maybe you're not good enough to do this. And honestly, I think we've all felt like that as a business owner. I know I have. So that can really happen. You just completely doubt yourself. If you really are, if you really become aware that your level of knowledge about business is actually pretty limited, and there's a whole bunch more to learn, then it reverses the cycle. So if you're constantly learning and improving yourself, I think the first thing is you learn how to work smarter. So rather than digging stuff by hand, you get machines to do it. You work smart. I mean, that's an obvious thing, but so you start to work on the things that really make a difference. So that might be you get really good at hiring. It might be that you get really good at building some systems and some training systems in your business so things get done the right way. It might be really, you get great at being a salesperson, or you build some great sales skills into your business, and so you can really multiply your efforts and create some leverage. So you really work smarter because you learn new stuff. You can put new stuff into your business. So that's definitely one thing. The next thing is actually you realize that you've got some massive potential, and you realize that hey, there are other people who have done this, so why can't I? Kind of the sky's the limit. You learn that as you continue to grow yourself and work on your own skills as a business owner, your business is going to grow. Because business, at the basic level, it's an inside-out job. If you want to be better in business, have a better business, you've got to be a better business owner. So if you want your business to grow, you've got to grow yourself. I've got a colleague, great guy, Mike, unbelievable business owner, and he said if you want to 10x your business results, you have to 20x yourself, which means basically you've got to get better yourself to get better results in your business. So unlimited potential. And the last thing is, feel confident. I'm not sure about this cheesy picture, but he looks kind of confident. You actually develop a huge amount of belief in yourself if you commit to learning, and if you commit to understanding that you don't know what you don't know, and you're always looking for what you don't know, because you build on your ability. You see the results in your business, and it's like rather than a vicious circle. Like when things get worse, things spiral upwards, and they get better and better and better as you build the confidence that you can actually do this, that you've got this. So I don't know if any of this is hitting home. I hope it is, but it's a massive thing. If we take the kind of the blinkers off and stop just thinking about getting jobs done, and we start focusing on, hey, how's my business need to look and what do I need to learn, it's amazing change. We've got a quiz. Take the quiz. It'll show you what areas of your business maybe you need to start working on. Might be some areas that you didn't even think about. Now there are a couple of key principles here that I reckon are massive to help. First one is, how about committing to being a lifelong learner? And when I mean a lifelong learner, I mean like not just a little bit, not just occasionally, but like make it a thing. So what what ebooks can I get? What can I listen to Audible when I'm driving around in my ute or truck or van? So I'm upskilling myself. What seminars can I go to? Maybe I can join a trade association or whatever it is to actually put some new information in your head and help you improve your skills as a business owner and learn what you don't know. So that's important. Like they say, learning is earning with L plates. So if you want to earn more, you've got to learn more. Be a business owner. This sounds really kind of dumb, but it's massive. And this is massive. And here's as a tradesperson, and most people who own trades businesses have started off as a really good tradesperson. They've been good at doing the work. But the thing is, to hit a black belt or to even dramatically increase your results, it's not about being better with your hands and at the jobs out in the field. It's about being better with how to run a business, and it's a completely different set of skills. See, it's important to switch our thinking from, hey, how can I be better at getting the jobs done, to how can I be better at running a business? It's a totally different way of thinking. So, and what happens when the going gets tough, often what we do as tradespeople or people who are good at solving problems, we revert to just going, jumping out in the van or the truck or the ute and actually fixing the problems on site. But if we continually do that, we're going to have big business problems forever. It's not going to change. So we need a different set of skills: financial skills, sales skills, pricing, team management, hiring. All that stuff is the juice that's actually going to make your business fly. But it's also the stuff we don't know. And sometimes we don't know that we don't know it. So that's a bit of a problem. The last thing that I think is massive is we've got to get used to being uncomfortable. I don't know about you, but I don't like being uncomfortable. When I know that I don't know stuff, it's kind of stressful. I feel, frankly, a bit overwhelmed. There's enough going on just keeping a business running, right? Keeping jobs going and getting the team organised and getting materials to where they need to be, particularly with all the carry on with pandemics. I mean, there's a lot going on, right? So that's a bit uncomfortable, but being uncomfortable is about just getting comfortable with the fact that when you're learning, you're going to feel uncomfortable. And when you're feeling uncomfortable, it's something to celebrate, because money and progress and more time and freedom is made in that uncomfortable zone. You've got to go to that place where you're uncomfortable if you want better results. And that's a tough thing to do, because naturally we don't like pain. And we tend to steer away from it. Just go back to what we know. But if we go back to what we know all the time, we're just going to get the same results all the time. Yeah, so the money, the progress is made outside your comfort zone. And if you practice this, you can get used to it, and you can start to feel good about the fact that you're doing the stuff that other people just won't do. That's the key thing. Celebrate being uncomfortable. All right, so now, as I said, the big theme here is you don't know what you don't know, and if you want more progress, better results in your business, you want things to run more smoothly, then you actually got to learn some stuff. Now, we have a quiz. It's called the Business Assessment Quiz. I'd love you to take it. Just do your future a favor. Do your future self a favor. And it takes about 5 minutes. And you'll get a result. It'll give you a percentage result. What this quiz does, it asks you about, I think there's 6 key areas of business that we focus on. It asks you about your financials. It asks you about your marketing, your sales, your team, your leadership, and your systems. And those are the key areas of business that we need to get right. And it'll give you a score in each of those areas. And when you go through the questions, you'll be like, oh, I never thought of that, or I never thought of this, or I never thought of that. Which is actually going to give you a window into maybe some stuff that you haven't thought about before, or maybe you haven't thought about for a while, or you've just forgotten in the busyness of getting all the work done. And it's like a gift, because it's going to show you what maybe you don't know. And then, see, once you know what you don't know, you can do something about it. You can read some books, you can get some help, you can join an association, or whatever you do, just do yourself a favor and do something to upskill your business knowledge. So the quiz, just write quiz in the comments, or if you're watching this later, the quiz will be on the page with this video. And do yourself a favor, take it, shed some light on what you don't know that's actually going to help you create a great business into the future. Get into the quiz, get it done, write quiz in the comments, and it could be the start of a whole new journey. Maybe it's a journey to getting something like a black belt.